Hey friends, William is feeling a little bit under the weather today. I'm sure a lot of us are because after the holidays, everything goes around, right? Your kids bring it home. Anyway, I made this great potato soup in the crock pot that is so easy. I loaded mine up with a few things. You can either eat it plain or you can put some toppings on it, however you would like, and it is so easy in the crock pot. You set it and forget it, and I'll show you the recipe right now. You won't believe how easy this is. There are literally 4 ingredients to this recipe and then whatever toppings you want. So let's get started. I like to spray my crock pot with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray. You can definitely use a crock pot liner if you like to. And then we're going to add in 1 can of cream of chicken soup and 3 cups of your favorite chicken broth. I love to use this Weiler's chicken powder and just add it to water, but use your favorite. You can use chicken broth, bone broth, vegetable stock, whatever your favorite stock is. I like to whisk mine up just a little bit, and then we're going to pour in 1 bag of diced frozen hash browns. That is it for now. We're going to add the lid onto this, and we're just going to let it sit on high for about 3.5 hours. That is so easy. Perfect recipe to make before you go to church. Now, after 3.5 hours, we're going to take 1 block of cream cheese, and I like to put mine in the microwave for 1 minute just to get that softened so it doesn't cool down your soup. And you can see my potatoes are soft and tender, but they haven't broken down and they're still in that cube shape. Now we're going to add in that cream cheese and stir it together. And by heating it up, you can see it will start to stir together really nicely. Now, if you don't want to heat it up, you can just cut it in cubes and put it in there cold, but just understand it's going to take a little bit longer for that to heat back up. Now, once you have it nice and stirred together, we're going to put our lid on while we get our toppings ready. My first topping is going to be bacon, and I love to make bacon in the oven because you can just put it on this tray and set it in the oven and forget about it till it's done. I like to bake it at 400 degrees until it's nice and crispy. It will vary depending on how thick your bacon is. Now, while the bacon's cooking, we're going to get our cheese ready, and I am a big believer in shredding your own cheese. I timed this and it only took me 1 minute and 30 seconds, and that's with having to work around a camera. So it is so easy and so quick to shred your own cheese. It tastes better, it melts better. I'm just a big believer in shredding your own. I put that back in the fridge while we finish up this soup. The last thing we need to do is, if you choose to, we're going to mash down some of these potatoes. If you like it big and chunky like this, you can definitely leave it. If you like it to have smaller chunks, then you can use this potato masher. Just be careful when you're mashing this down that you stir it and check it every once in a while, because you do not want to end up with mashed potato soup. So mash it a little bit and then take your spoon and stir it. This doesn't take any time at all, and it really makes it turn out to be your favorite consistency. And if you're wondering if I have a hole in my shirt, I do not. That is a thumb hole, and it's supposed to be there. I got a kick out of watching this film back thinking there was a hole in my shirt. See how those potatoes stick to the bottom? And if you didn't use your spoon and pull those up, you wouldn't know how mashed they were at the bottom. So it's a good idea, like I said, to stir frequently when you're mashing these up. Now we're going to give it a little bit more mash because I like it just a little bit thicker and smaller pieces. And then that turned out to be just the perfect consistency how I like it. And again, make it exactly how you like it. Now this is ready to go. I'm only going to put the lid back on and leave it just until I get all of my toppings ready. But of course, first we're going to try it, and it was perfect. I left my bacon in a little bit too long and the ends got a little bit overdone, but that's okay because we're just going to cut this up to sprinkle on top. So I just cut my ends off, and my husband ate those up and it was no problem at all. I like to fry my bacon and cut it up rather than cut it up and fry little pieces. I just think it turns out better this way because you get bigger pieces and little crumbles, and that's perfect for topping your soup. I'm just going to put it in this little dish to serve it alongside of that cheddar cheese for the topping of this great potato soup. Now let's get our bowl out and serve this up.
This is a perfect game day food. It's a perfect cold weather food. It's easy to make for after church or anytime you need an easy recipe that is just comforting to eat. I sprinkled on that cheese and then the bacon. You could also use chopped green onions or sour cream, or any of your favorite baked potato toppings would be perfect on this soup.
Okay, here we go. The baked potato soup. Mine's loaded up with some cheese and bacon, but you can definitely just eat it right out of the crock pot. It's so delicious. I love the flavor of that Weiler's chicken broth. It just gives it such a good homey flavor. But here we go. Oh, it's steaming hot. That is so good, that potato flavor. It's so easy. It's one of those like makes you feel better kind of soups, kind of stick to your ribs, not too much spice or anything in there to make you feel worse. Just, oh, so yummy. I 100% recommend this recipe. It's so easy. I hope you guys try it. Thanks for watching, everybody.